Hello, Monsters Abound, and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 2 Mortal Empires. And part 18, I think, of my Throt campaign. Maybe 17. Who knows? Who knows? Happy Christmas, everyone. It's a Christmas miracle as we watch a giant monster that's probably some percentage of rat maul to death some poor humans. So that's fun. The rest of our infantry is on its way. We're getting some nice explosions going on here on the left flank. Oof. It's the dreaded 13th, knocking out quite a few units there. Nice explosion there, producing gallons of festive jam. As our brood horrors and Jeremy move in to engage units in the forest over here. We've also got wolf rats sweeping around behind the enemy army, trying to knock out their Hellstorm rocket battery. Because the last thing I want is it to be firing rockets at my infantry as they approach. Like that. I don't think it matters if you outnumber a mutant rat ogre, mate. No, so you're just legs now. You're just legs now. And here comes the storm vermin. And Liv ringing his bells. Ring-a-ding-ding. He does love his jingle bells. And it's back just swinging his big green ball. Because, you know, sometimes you just got to swing your big green balls. If you have them. Those great swords continuing to fight on, but they're pretty much... Well, my storm vermin have just, you know, exploded, but that's generally fine. I'm not too bothered about that. But the rest of the army, although the great swords are fighting on, they have done significant damage. It's just not going to be enough. And Marienburg will learn not to cross me. I hope. Maybe they'll piss off back westward. Because I've frankly got enough on my plate without them on top. Does he though? Does he? Okay. Let's take the Zavrasta. We've got another Forbidden Rod. Forbidden Rods are great because one, they're forbidden, and two, they're rods. So you know, pretty much the whole package. Assuming you like forbidden things in rod shape, in rod form. You know, all hail the Forbidden Rod. Let us get right. Yeah, we'll upgrade that one. We'll get that one. Defenses, yes, please. I would like more Jeremys, but that is not feasible at this moment. Right, you are over there. That is a problem. Where are you? You're down there. Okay, fine. We're all over the place. We've also got. See, this is the issue. Because basically, I can't afford. If I recruit another boy, it's going to cost me. Yeah, pretty much all of my upkeep. Well, pretty much all of my income at the moment. And that's without any units. So, I mean, I guess the problem is this army is pretty... It's quite expensive. Because we get... Right, we've got 20% upkeep reduction for those units. We've got... more upkeep reduction, haven't we? 23% there. Plus, of course, I don't think it counts the Jeremys, who also reduce upkeep for those units by 10%. So we've got quite a lot of upkeep reduction. And despite that, this army costs almost 5k. But I guess that's the problem when you have literally an entire army of hideous monsters. So we're just going to have to live with that. Right, in that case, I don't think there's any more Chaos armies coming from this direction. So I'm going to abandon the choke point that isn't a choke point. Prague will have to stand by itself. It does have defences, which is good. Not great defences, but that's fine. Liv is almost... You know what? I very rarely get like a bog standard general to level 40, and yet Liv, he's just going for it. When you bought upkeep reduction, this army's 6k. It's quite expensive. It's pretty pricey. I guess you get stimulate growth. And back. Gets foe seeker. That works. We actually have a lot of mutagens. We should probably spend that. So we've got this army here. Now I've kind of ruined you guys, but what I mean technically could I? No, we can't do. What about you guys? Oh, we can mutagen you. I mean, what could we actually? Would there be anything upkeep reduction? I mean, you are quite expensive.
Crossbreed, transplant.
So that's going to reduce some of you. What else could we do? Could go stalk, but it's not that useful. I don't think there's anything else here that would be actually kind of useful for these guys. So that's fine. We've got upkeep, you know, reduction. That's always good. That's going to give us a little bit more money. We did want to give. Oh, have we given? We've done all of them. What does acid musk glands do again? Causes damage to combatants. Strong versus multiple combatants. Affects enemies in range. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Bonus versus infantry. You are probably mostly going to be nibbling infantry, so that could be. I do like my boys, but on the other hand, maybe I should make you. I mean, my rat ogres are not the tankiest, are they? We could just like whap a bunch of random shit on them and see what happens. Sure, why not? You know, I'm down with that. Pump them full of shit, see what happens. Propane perspiration. That's something. Less melee defense though. That's not ideal, but never mind. We've used all of our stuff, so guess that's what we're going with. Over here, I guess what do we have? Right. So we do have defenses. We do have the garrison there as well. This garrison should be actually really nasty. It is. Prague's not bad, but Kislev's better. It is a capital, I suppose. So let's go with, I guess, more food. What I should have done is I should have got some Undercities popped down early on, and I didn't do it. And I feel like getting Undercities popped down early on is pretty much a necessity for the Skaven these days. Because they did get their income nerfed, and so you really do need... And to be honest, I was hoping that we'd sort of like expand over here, but that has yet to happen, which is a little bit vexing. We have spread to Akendorf, so that's something. In fact, I'm going to build a subterranean pit so we can hopefully spread even further afield. But if we can get to Kazakarak, then we should be able to siphon off some of that income, and that'll be quite nice. Well, I have one, but I'm going to continue the campaign. We're going to go for the long victory conditions. So we need to complete 2 more chapter objectives and also get 1 more upgrade, but that's not super problematic. Basically, it's completing the chapter objectives. So to do that, we need to raise, loot, sack or occupy several more settlements, which is going to be a little bit difficult because I'm constantly firefighting at the moment. Okay, we can reach you, so let's scamper over here and murder you, because you're kind of in my way. One-on-one, these Chaos armies aren't particularly onerous to deal with. They're basically lunch. Ooh, Skull is not bad. Can we hop into Khazard Moulder Crag? There we go. Right, you have everything, so I guess how would I mean? It says assassinate. I don't. You know, assassinate suggests it's kind of stealthy. I can't see Gorich ever being stealthy. You know, assault units, but to be honest, it's of middling usefulness for you. Let's get some of that. What do I like? Oh, Hell Pit's probably... Right, okay. Not too bothered by that. We could go for the Pox Cauldrons. I guess we could do that. Sure. We've also got... I mean, we could... Food is not actually too bad at the moment. The Under Empire is supplying us with 12. It is using 8. Okay, so we could probably beef this up a little bit. Just, you know, giving us more food. We could also potentially... Oh, it's going to consume food, though, isn't it? Okay, let's hold off. I do want to resettle that at some point, but it's...
I can't.
You know what? Seeing an Empire army not being led by volkmar is surprising. But there we go. Now, Hairgig does have defences, which means if they do lay siege to it, at least they shouldn't be able to break through immediately. And of course, we are nearby to go and rain on their parade. Ulfric's over there. Ratgrad has defences. Everywhere's looking pretty good. There's nothing down here. I do want a... Oh, we've got that. I do want defences here, don't I? And yet I have yet to build them, despite the fact I've been saying I should build them for about the last 10 episodes. So that's a whole thing. Now I'm hoping if I kill enough Chaos Warriors, then Malekith will love me. Or Marathi. But we know Marathi is a hard... She's a hard nut to crack. Or at least she cracks hard nuts. So pretty. Liv Taylor. While the Seek Find mission, your minion lord discovers a relic of some kind which looks pretty and stinks of magic. He hasn't deemed it important to reveal this to you yet. However, you only know about it due to a spy in his ranks. What shall be done? It's a Book of Asher. It's not that useful. I'm going to feign indifference. I don't care. Okay, growth batch available. And blah, blah, blah. Okay, now there is something somewhat concerning. It's this. And it's concerning because... This is the Knights of Origo. They start down here. So they've... they've marched all across the world to come and lay siege to Fort Jackal. Christ. Of course they have.
Twist, bend, mangle.
Of course they have. For fuck's sake.
I am a lord of Bretonia.
You're a lord of the fucking Southlands, mate. You shouldn't be here. God damn it. Alright. I guess we need you down here. Can you reach that army? You can. Weirdly, they've decided to set up a little camp and just raid me, which I guess is fine, because it means I can just skedaddle down here and brutally murder all of them. I mean, at least Volkmar's not here, so that's nice. An army that isn't being led by Volkmar. What a treat! What a treat! Already the Mutant Rat Ogres have done, well, devastating work, knocking out some of those great swords. And yes, there's missile infantry flying all over the place as the Rat Ogres charge down, sending them flying in all directions. At the rear of the line, they do have a fair few units of cavalry and steam tanks, all that kind of nasty shenanigans. But the Council Guard are dealing with them pretty... I mean, they're pretty effective at dealing with these guys now, to be honest. They just mince cavalry. It's what they do. Backed up by the Hell Pit Abominations, and they just don't stand a chance. And then the steam tank is going to get eaten by a horde of angry rat monsters. I mean, this army is basically all rat monsters at this point. Some more rats than others. And I mean, the main nice thing about this battle is that we don't have to kill Volkmar. Just look at this. Look at it. Conroy, I think his name is, running for the hills with the rest of his army. I'm not having to pummel him to death for 5 minutes with a combination of rat ogres and hell pit abominations. So You know, that's a win. Feels a bit weird killing an army that doesn't have volkmar on it. Never mind. Take the replenishments. Unfortunately, he is going to scurry away, but I didn't kill the general because then, you know, I would expect volkmar to pop right back. Also, I don't like being outside of a settlement with all this empire territory nearby, so I'm going to like head into a city there. Then, if they need to attack us, or they have,
I must keep my holy vow.
son of a bit. If they have armies nearby, then at least you know they can lay siege. You might actually be able to attack us right there, and then. Okay, I wonder if we can get. Okay, so there's a couple. Okay, so Clan Eshin quite like us.
What will you
Military access is going to improve our relations. Perfect. Clan Scry still don't like us. That's, you know, screw those guys. That's going down.
I speak for the Druki. What is it you...
What about...
Malekith,
yeah, that's...
brings you before the Lord of the Black Tower.
I really want to sell you some pots, actually. Just lovely pots. Lovely, lovely pots. I don't know who... so, it looks like Malekith's been pushed out. Is this Skaven territory? Oh, no. Oh, dear. Looks like Malekith's having a bit of a time of it. Okay, so it's not Tretch anyway. I think Tretch might be dead. But looks like Malekith might be following him fairly soon anyway. Okay, Jeremy. Opportunist, a little bit more charge. Chargey bonus. Little Brucey bonus. Okay, I need defences here, but we don't have the money for it. Next turn. We've almost got enough money for another army. He had to be somewhere, didn't he? He had to be somewhere nearby.
I cannot.
Okay, so he's popped up there. So...
Not possible.
let's bring you up here. I'm going to race you down to Batchment. We're still under siege over here. There's not much I can do about that. And we've also got yet another Chaos Army meandering. Okay, let's... can I... okay, I can get into Cracker Rat. And we can go and bop him next turn. So we're going to do that. So let's get the Wound Maker. There we go. And Goggly Rat is going to get... Death Frenzy, because, you know, beefing up terrifying monsters with... oh, you're going for Zavrasta, aren't you? Because it doesn't have walls. Yep, that's... oh, God. That's Carl. Okay. I mean, I don't think this is fair. Like, you've marched the entire length...
What vile filth stands before me?
You've marched the entire... how many settlements have you got? You've got 4 settlements. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You're at war with... so you've literally marched across... you've crusaded across the entire old world just to come and fuck me over. John... what... I mean, you know, what do you say? What can man do against... what can rats do against such reckless hate? Ambassador. Go and find out what's going on with old Mally. I think he's having a bit of a rough time.
I am king of the Druki.
Yes.
The merciless host.
I don't think you're doing very well, though, are you? Because it look. How many settlements have you got, buddy? You've got 11 settlements, which is a little bit more than I actually suspected. But it looks like you've been kicked out of the whole of the north of Naggarond, which is... it's a bit harsh. Yeah, not much I can do about that. I knew it, you were going to do that, you bastard! Is that really what you're going to do, Volkmar? You're just going to sit in Zavrasta between 2 of my armies? Is this what you think is a good plan? Because I'll level with you, buddy. It isn't a good plan. It's a terrible plan. Also, it looks like John's left. So, he... oh, for fuck's sake. And now, Moran... okay, we can deal with that. I've got big defences there. They're bigly defences. We should be fine. I kind of feel like everyone's trying to kill me. At least, you know, at least Chaos is supposed to try and kill me. I guess the Empire's supposed to try and kill me as well, but just feels a bit, you know, harsh when there's people travelling across the world to, you know, try and murder you. I feel like they've probably... Do they not have more things to worry about? Goodness me, there's a lot of bell polishers and breeders. Okay, I don't know what you're doing, but that's concerning to me. You know what? I wonder if actually they're responding to the... Oh, fuck me, there's two armies.
Do you take me for a child?
I wonder if the problem is that the goody factions are responding to the Chaos invasion and coming up to fight it, but of course having to fight their way through me to start off with. And so they're kind of like losing their tiny little minds. Okay, I can... Right, Liv can murder Volkmar without any help. He's done it before. He'll bloody do it again.
Impossible.
Yeah, you say that. You say that, Volkmar. But is it truly impossible? Okay, let's encircle just for a moment. Could we maybe pop, like, Rampage? More charge bonus, more armor piercing damage? Yeah. Cause fear, cause terror. More physical resistance. I could try that. It's a 4... Oh, it works! So they've now got 10% wall taper and 20% physical resistance. They have less melee attack, but, I mean, they already had fairly good melee attack anyway, so I'm not too bothered about that. Right, we'll try and relieve this and deal with these two armies. At least once we kill them, they won't be able to, you know, send more armies after us for quite a while because, well, they don't have anyone nearby. Hairgig needs to be defended, but it does have defences there anyway, so that's probably fine. And let's... At least he doesn't have any artillery. He just has a shit ton of knights. I mean, that's better than artillery.
Attack die for horned rat.
Maybe Volkmar's learning, because we can't get the ambush on him this time because he's in a settlement. He's snuck up, rather than just bludgeon his way through Liv as per usual. He's taken a settlement, and we've had to attack him, and that means we can't get the ambush. I mean, we're still going to kill him, but, you know. So, he's got a lot of cavalry. This is going to be a bit of an issue. There's, in fact, 4 units of cavalry on our left flank. The Council Guard moving in to deal with those, or at least protect that flank. Meanwhile, more cavalry smashing into our front line. The rat ogre's just gonna like just wander into them, just like, oh hello, hello there, didn't see you there, and start pummeling them. We've also got Liv jumping in, and yes, Volkmar manages to banish his own infantry. So thanks for that. And then we're also going to explode a bunch of their infantry. I mean, it helps that his banishment actually killed a lot of his own crossbows. So, I mean, that was very helpful. So far, we're just pushing up. They don't have any artillery, so there's no rush here. We just need to deal with their great swords, which are going to be a little bit tricky for our storm vermin, because we're not armor piercing ourselves. But we've got plenty of monsters that are. And, yeah, that cavalry has been completely wiped out. And yeah, that's I mean, that's going to help, isn't it? I mean, that mutant Racco destroyed quite a few of those great swords, so that's working out quite nicely. We're continuing to have a little dance on this flank over here, as these cavalry, they're attempting to flank around us, but they can see that we can outmaneuver them. So they're kind of like just sort of like dicking about. I spawned in a unit of clan rats. I'm trying to make them act provocatively, you know, showing their back, just like, oh, charge me, go on, do it. You know you want to, and then once they're charged, we of course run in and mop them up. But they're not taking the bait. They're not taking it. They're just dicking about. It's quite annoying. So we've got a big blob of combat going on here. These great swords trying to break through. They're not going to. Little brood rat moving into the back of that unit. Got Jeremy charging in to help out the storm vermin that was spawned in. We just spawned in the one with halberds because they're going to do a little bit more damage. It doesn't matter if they all die because meh. And there's Volkmar, of course. God, you're annoying. I mean, incredibly irritating. Just very irritating. Okay, we've managed to break apart these guys are actually going up for sort of some rat ogres that are hunting down some missile units. This unit got caught by the wolf rats and the mutant rat ogre, and they're going to pay the price for that as they very, very quickly get hacked to pieces. The Council Guard moving up the road here because it gives them a nice defensive position. They can't be flanked. The unit of Reichsguard is engaging the Helmet Abomination on this flank, but to be honest, I'm not too worried about that. The Council Guard is holding firm, and this Reichsguard is just going to charge into them or just wander into them and take a lot of damage as the Council Guard then just start wailing away on them. Yeah, they start taking a lot of damage. In fact, then try and break and run away. Our Rat Ogres then finishing off this unit of Reichsguard. And the Wolf Rats finished off that nicely. Good job, lads. Elsewhere, we're mopping up the remainders of the Great Swords. Not many of them left now. And our Helmet Abominations come in to finish off Volkmar as they engage over there. In the forests, the Reichsguard coming back to, I think, try to... I don't know what they're trying to do. The Council Guard have engaged this unit of Reichsguard. The Wolf Rats moving in to charge the rear... See, they didn't get the charge off. We got some summoned Wolf Rats into them, and then our actual Wolf Rats charged in behind, and it's just going to be a full-on buffet. Obviously, people need to bring can openers, but that's fine. The Rat Ogres didn't even need to do anything here. The Wolf Rats just ate them alive. Council Guard finishing off the last of the Reichsguards, all finished off with. And of course now we just need to kill bloody Volkmar, who of course is regeneration, lots of physical resistance, blah 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 blah. You know the drill. Okay, you know what? I'm not going to spend any more food on it because Zvrasta's just going to act as like a beacon to every Empire army within a 10-mile radius or 700-mile radius that there's something which doesn't have walls, and that will just drive them mad to try and get it. So, Liv, you could get, because then we can get renowned and feared. More upkeep reduction. Perfect. That's exactly what we want. Right, we've still got this army to deal with, and these guys. I mean, this Chaos is dead. Also, Carl's over there as well. So there's a lot of stuff, you know, to deal with. How are we doing objective-wise? Chapter objective. So I need to loot, raise, or sack 3 more settlements, and then I think I'll get another rank, which I'll then need to do. So, oh look, looks like Chaos is here. That's weird, because don't normally... Oh, I guess they... No. Not you. I guess normally, because you only get the... Oh, God. Because, of course, Chaos armies only spawn over here, but maybe with the new one, they also spawn over here as well, which makes the Dark Elves' life really hard. Then, of course, Marathi's teabagging all of the High Elves, so that makes their life a little bit hard. I guess maybe the Lizard Men are kind of like just chilling at the moment. Maybe the Bretonians in the south as well. Sure, there should be like Chaos fleets spawning, but maybe they don't spawn anymore. I legitimately don't know. I legitimately do not know. Still, lots of fun to be had, and Bretonians to kill as well on top of everything else. So that'll have to wait until next time. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.